Hey photographers, do you ever feel like you're guessing on what to capture at your client's brand shoot? There must be an easier way than starting from scratch every single time, and there is. I've got a solution for you. Today in this video, we're going to go over how to craft the perfect branding questionnaire, and I've also got a template just for you that you can customize and use with your own clients. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Meg. I'm a brand photographer and educator, and I help photographers like you build a successful brand photography business with confidence. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what questions to ask your brand clients in order to understand what they really need and want from their photo shoot, and I'll give you my brand questionnaire template you can start using right away. So let's talk about why you need a brand questionnaire. This is an essential part of the brand photo shoot experience because we really want to understand our client's brand, their style, what they will be using the images for. Do they have an upcoming launch? Are they doing a website rebrand? What are their brand colors? All of these things really matter when it comes to picking the right locations for a brand shoot, creating the key shot list, discussing wardrobe, and what will really fit with their brand story. It all starts with the questionnaire. This is the first step in my client experience. You don't want to show up unprepared for the brand photo shoot, and you want to make sure every image that you capture for the client in that final gallery really aligns with their brand mood and vibe and aesthetic, and that all starts with the questionnaire. And I just want you to know, I didn't know about any of this stuff when I started. I just dove right in, which I encourage you to do too. My first brand shoot, my first several, I didn't even have a questionnaire. I just showed up. My client told me where we were going. I didn't even pick the locations. I showed up, I took photos, and that was okay. But a lot of those photos, the client couldn't really use for their business. Like, they were pretty photos, but they weren't website worthy, and they weren't in alignment with what their brand story is and what they're going to be using the photos for. So I quickly learned that we really need to get a little more intentional as brand photographers and send this questionnaire from the start, so then you can plan the most amazing photo shoot that will be on brand for your clients. So let's dive into the different questions I ask on the questionnaire. The first section is all about really getting to know them and their brand. What is their mission statement? Do they have brand values? Why did they start doing this work in the first place? I love to hear kind of why a client got into doing this work. And also, this is important to understand who is their ideal client and how do they help them. We really want to know like who these photos are going to be marketed to. So it's important to understand who's their ideal client. Once you have a good understanding of their brand identity, the next thing we want to understand is where will the photos be used at? Are you doing a website rebrand? And if so, do they have their website template they can show for an example so we know kind of where they'll need the photos, on what pages, and we can understand the services they're promoting so we can capture photos that really align with their website and their pricing guides and all the places, their blogs, social media, email marketing, but maybe they have like a special event coming up or a launch or a holiday promotion. And in that case, we might want to get a little specific and creative when we're designing the brand stories on what we want to capture for that specific launch. Because I specialize in personal branding, the next thing I really like to understand is who is the client? Like, if they didn't really expand a lot in the first few questions about why they got into this work and why they're passionate for it, I might ask them a little more here. But one of the questions I do ask is, what do you like to do outside of work? Like, who are you? How would your friends and family describe you in a few words? And that's really helpful for just understanding their personality that we really want to shine through to help them stand out as a personal brand. This can also give us ideas for the stories or some fun props that they can bring. For example, I just did a photo shoot for one of my clients and we captured a pickleball story because she told me she loves doing pickleball and it's something she plays several times a week, if not every day. It's a big part of her life and it actually goes with her brand as a doctor to help women feel amazing over 40. And so it worked, but I wouldn't have understood that. I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't asked, what do you like to do outside of work? Who are you? What are your hobbies? And then we were able to create this really fun brand story from that is still in alignment with everything she teaches in her practice. Then I like to get a feel for like, does the client have some ideas for shots, some inspiration? And this is visual inspiration. I make that really clear in the questionnaire that, do you have some Instagram accounts whose aesthetic you like, or some websites that you inspire to be like with your branding? Anything, a Pinterest board is great if they've already started that. If not, I start that for them. But anything that gives us a visual example of what they're thinking, including like wardrobe. I have a wardrobe question on there, like what outfits do you envision wearing for this photo shoot? Do you have any ideas yet? And this really helps just get the juices flowing, get the conversation going. Some clients might know exactly what they want to wear, exactly what they want to capture, and that's great because then you will have an understanding, oh, this is what you want from your shoot. I'm so happy you told me and we're having this conversation. Other clients might not really know where to start, and they might not put a lot down for these questions. And so then that will tell you and indicate that that person is going to need a little more guidance and a little more of your creativity to help them create the shot list for the photo shoot. I do have a location question on there, but a lot of times clients don't really understand lighting and aesthetic and what's going to look good on a website. Something I love to put on this question is, are you open to renting a styled home for your photo shoot? There are places we can rent by the hour. And I just like to put that on the questionnaire because then they can tell me, oh yeah, I'm open for it. Cool. That's an easy segue into having that conversation about renting an amazing, beautiful space for them. Okay, so once you have the questionnaire, let's talk about where to share the questionnaire. So as soon as my client books, I send them a welcome guide and the questionnaire. Even if you don't have the welcome guide yet, send the questionnaire. This will make you look really professional and on top of things, because you are on top of things when you do that. And this gives the client like a little homework to work on and get excited, about the shoot for and start, creating the vision. And you can create a simple type form. You can do a PDF doc. I'll send you a Canva template. You can use that. What I like to use is HoneyBook Questionnaire. So if you don't know HoneyBook, it's an incredibly powerful CRM, and I have my whole brand client experience in HoneyBook, starting with the questionnaire. All of this is automated, which I really love about HoneyBook because you can create an automation. I've gone deep into this in another video, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but check out that video if you really want to see my HoneyBook automation and how all of this is sent automatically when they book. One thing we don't want to do is just send the questionnaire and say, okay, I'll see you at the shoot. For brand photography, what I really recommend, and this is if you really want to craft like an incredible client experience and be able to raise your prices and charge a premium for your services as a photographer, you want to do a planning call with your clients on Zoom or in person, where you're going to go over the questionnaire together and you're going to book the location together, make the shot list together, look at Pinterest inspo boards together, and just really get excited and answer any questions they have before the photo shoot and really support them on that call. If you want to know more about how to do that, I have my brand creator course where you get to see me on a real live client planning call, and I break down exactly how you really want to structure that call to get the best results. I've done hundreds of them at this point, so highly, highly recommend. Okay, so the best part of this video is I've created a free brand questionnaire template that you get to have, you get to steal and customize. Just make sure you make it sound like you add in any questions you think I forgot or take out any that you don't think is relevant for what you do. But I know this will give you such a great start. So go ahead and click the link below in the description to grab your free brand questionnaire template and customize it for your brand and have fun really elevating your client experience with this. So there you have it. There's the questionnaire and why it's important and what questions to ask and how you can share it with your brand clients to really transform your client experience and capture better photos for your clients and really maximize your time with your client every single photo shoot. If you liked this video, will you please do me a favor, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment below. I would love to hear your takeaway, and don't forget to grab your template. I'll see you next time.